Ceci.Bendita, and I wanted to make this video about my song Shrink, give you background and a breakdown of what the heck I'm saying, because it seems like a lot of you guys were curious about that one. I originally wrote this as a poem in 2018 at one of the very first jams I got invited to. It was an improv-only jam, no covers allowed. To fly, you have to carry your own weight. And at the time, I was so scared to sing at this jam, but I knew that if I went up there, I just had to let it rip. I had to carry my own weight, and nobody else was gonna carry me. Gotta drink your own straight no chaser. Go up there, get drunk on yourself, fake it till you make it. They're all gonna play you skate. I grew up around skaters and I watched them play skate, which is a little bit like the game of horse, if you're familiar. You have to follow the tricks of the very last person, and if you can't match the trick or top it, you lose. That, to me, is very similar to being at a jam, because you kind of have to build on what the other person is doing. And I do feel that way about the music industry in general. You are never creating in a vacuum. You're always going to be influenced by other people, and you're gonna be inspiring people too. Next line is, chase the dragon taste. You're chasing fame, but you're also chasing that inspiration, or like the next line to a song, piggybacking off of the last line, which is, it's kind of about being in competition constantly. Many people think they'll sink when they're on the brink. Rather than jump, they shrink till they're nothing. So this is kind of going back to the first line about flying. You go up to this cliff, and right when you could jump and take off and soar, instead you're like, ooh, no, I can't. What kept happening to me at this jam, I was like, should I sing? No, I won't sing. Okay, no, I will. No, I won't. Finally, I decided, fuck it, I'm just gonna go. Who cares? I was thinking about all these people that will never get to find out whether they can sink or swim, because they don't even try. They get too scared and they shrink till they're nothing. They become what they believe, tiny parcels of a thing. I'm not judging, because I feel like I identified this way for a very long time as an artist, where I'm just kind of like singing in the shower, singing in the car, like keeping it all to myself, filling journals and notes on my phone with lyrics and poems, and just not doing anything with it. You become what you believe. A tiny parcel of a thing, like you're not even a actual thing, you're like a piece of a thing. How many people you think do not see the vastness of the sea, yet seek the comets of their dreams? Look outside for inner peace and leave their innards in a sleep. We know so much about space exploration and so much less about our own ocean. In a similar fashion, people are so focused on the external and on this competition that I've been mentioning, and material things that are like outside of you, rather than looking inside of yourself and asking yourself, what do you want? Who cares about what's going on outside, or the fame and the accolades that you could get from the outside? Like, what do you want? The second verse of this song I wrote 5 years later, and I was trying to bridge the gap between what I knew then to what I know now. Since I left off at look outside for inner peace and leave their innards in a sleep. So we're talking about being asleep, and I talk about being asleep throughout the album quite often. It's a theme, obviously. So then the next verse starts with wide awake. Thinking, why am I awake? Like, I woke up now, and why am I awake here? This sucks. I should go back to being asleep, because it was easier. Pinch myself, did we make this thing up? Like this thing, all of the stuff that's around me right now. Printing paper to pay for things that fill the land and kill the atmosphere. It's all fake. Like, we created the economy. We're making things to buy with this stuff, this paper that we print. And all it's doing is putting more stuff in the landfills and killing the atmosphere. High time we got out of here. High time, like, it's about time that human beings, you know, we're out, because we're doing bad things to this place. And then the next line is, and all I can do is sing so I can hear. It feels very self-absorbed to be an artist in a time where the world around you is literally collapsing. It's like, who cares? Like, who's gonna be listening? Who's gonna be counting streams or or even wanting to see concerts when there's no food left on, there's no drinking water available. Like, we're all just gonna vanish, and I'm just singing here for myself. Nothing we can do, I fear, but a girl can dream still. Can't pour out, can't get my fill. That line is about how you can't save other people without saving yourself. So I can't pour out and I can't get my fill. Like, I can't get my own breathing mask on, and I can't put it on anybody else, because the world is collapsing. Everybody is getting fricked. Empty cups weren't made for change. I can't pour out, I can't get my fill in a cup. Empty cups, and this is talking about the housing crisis and the homeless population, especially in Los Angeles. Even if we put change in their cups, it's not going to change actually the situation in the world. And tides will turn in favor of the wave. The tide is going to change when everybody's on board with it. Like, we cannot actually make lasting changes unless everybody is on board with it, or the majority of people are on board with it. I always thought the river to riches had just one stream. Money flows, lays low, then rises like dough, like cream. Remember that I talked about how money is a made-up thing that we print. I'm also talking about having multiple streams of income, and I'm talking about how streaming has changed the landscape of the music industry, because now everybody can make music, but also by the same token, now only a few people can financially benefit. Dough and cream, which are things that rise to the top when things are cooked, but also that dough is a nickname for money, and that cream is a reference to the Wu-Tang song, Cash Rules Everything Around Me. I'm just talking about how there's different ways to feel money, to have money. It's something that I think we can all get in little ways, in different avenues. So that's the song. That's Shrink.